Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. How y'all doing? I'm doing very, very well for the second day of the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Um, you know, I hope 2026 is great for all of us. I know the second half of 2025 was good for me. The vertigo finally stopped. I got hearing again, somewhat hearing, still distorted a bit, but I can make out more words when people are talking to me. Um, I think I'm getting addicted to TikTok because it helps, to have that in my head. Um, it's almost like a practice thing. It's something they told me to do. Watch a lot of videos, watch a lot of YouTube, listen to things. I started listening to Bible in a Year by Father Mike Schmitz. I'm not preaching religion, but it helps. And I learned something. So things are getting better for me in the end of last year. And I know 2025 was a very hard year for a lot of people. But you know what? We've got to put that behind us. Okay? We put 2025 behind us. That's in the rear view. Okay? Now it's 2026. Now, what are you going to do to make your life better? Okay, and I know people are going to be going, oh, but it's Meniere's disease, Dave. Well, yeah, I understand that. I have the disease. But with all the pushing and advocating and everything I did, and it wasn't done overnight. Okay, that's another thing. People gotta have patience. Things aren't done overnight. Mine wasn't done overnight. It took years. Okay, this is 2026 now. 2014 was the year that all this started. All the vertigo. It took 11 years for me to get back to feeling like I am now. I'm actually starting to walk on the treadmill again. Okay? Yeah, I hold on to the bar and I don't, I'm not on it for hours, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at a time. But I'm starting to do that again. Because, one, I'm not going to go walking around the street in the winter. Or if I go to a store, I park way far away from the entrance. I go in the store, and I start walking around the store, not aimlessly, but I make sure I hit every aisle. Not that I'm going to buy something, but I get all these little steps in and everything. So, I'm trying to get back. I know I'm not going to get back everything. Got to understand, 2014, 2015, 2016, I was walking probably about 12 miles a day. There ain't no way I ain't going to do that now. Okay? But if I get up to 2, 3, I'm happy. Okay? I have gotten up to 3. 3 miles. So I'm happy with that. Because it's progressing forward. And nothing happens overnight. You got to work. You got to work at it. And 2026 is a new year. Maybe they'll find a discovery to help all of us without surgeries. That would be awesome. I'm not a big fan of surgeries, to be honest with you. Some people think I am, but I'm not. I have another surgery coming up in April to fix the hole in my eardrum. But I had 3 surgeries last year. One here, and one down there, which was another problem from a medication that I took. But yeah, 3 surgeries, and then they knocked me out for an MRI. So yeah, I was knocked out 4 times. Because I can't get in the tube. I am too claustrophobic. They just knock me out. And I wake up and I go home. So, it took a long time. 11 years. Okay? 11 years to get back some of my life. Now with 2026 coming out, hopefully Epsilon will be passed by the FDA, and that will help a lot of people, even though I don't personally see it. Just from what I've seen on reports, and I know people talk about it, but the only people talking about it is Sound Pharmaceutical. Okay, um, so it's and you got this other guy with the YouTube video. He's holding two pills and goes, "This works." And I watched that video and then found out that the guy's getting paid by Sound Pharmaceutical. Um, so yeah, it's hopefully that does work and it passes. I mean, I don't. People said they go, "You don't want it to pass," and I do want it to pass. If it's going to help people, why would I not want it to pass? So yeah, hopefully that'll come out. And then there's the steroid. It's like a steroid gel that they inject in through the eardrum, and the gel isn't like the liquid. That liquid that you stick it in, it goes down your Eustachian's tube. It goes everywhere, and it sucks. This sticks like right around in there and dissolves over time. So instead of getting a shot like every 3 to 4 months, you might get one once a year, maybe. It lasts a long time. I think one every 6 months was the last I heard that it was lasting, but they're trying to make it last longer. And that's a good deal because steroid helps a lot of people. So hopefully that comes through. There's just or a new surgery or a vestibular implant so we can get our balance back. There's so many things to be hopeful in the new year. So let's be hopeful. Let's not be, I hate my life. Why is this happening to me? And you know what? I've been there too. And sometimes I still do get there. I must have been going through a wee bit of a depression because the last couple of weeks, I was like apologizing to my wife all the time about being a burden and this and that. And not because I had vertigo. I didn't have vertigo. I just was so off, dizzy and everything. And all these storms coming through. I mean, we had another one yesterday that it came, one of those Alberta clippers, and it came down and then went up and then over Nova Scotia did one of those cyclone things. I forget what they did. It blew up, basically, up there. But then the winds picked up here, and we were getting 30-mile-an-hour winds and snow squalls. I mean, New Year's Eve, I woke up. I mean, I went to bed at 1, but for some reason, I woke up at 9:30. I looked out the window. It was white out. I couldn't see anything. What the hell's going on? Turn on the news, and yeah, we're in a snow squall. And so I wasn't feeling all that great yesterday. I was very dizzy, but today I feel great. But, you're going to have the good and the bad, and that's just the way it is. Sometimes you gotta think to yourself, hey, this is the way it is. I can't change it. But I can try. And I can keep advocating. And I can keep going until I find what I want, what works for me. And that's what you should do. Don't get sad. Don't get upset. Don't get, down or want to hurt yourself. If you do want to hurt yourself, please go to the emergency room or text 988 and get some help. But, don't get it down. Just keep trying. Keep trying to find the doctor that'll help you, in what works for you. Okay? Please. And you'll be okay. But remember, 2025 is over. That's in the rear view. 2026. Let's make it a good year for all of us. On that note, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.